I would like to thank the MS Focus for giving us the privilege of having classes with you all. Thank you very, very much.
So we are going to start in our chair, sitting nice and tall. We're going to start with both feet flat on the floor. Shoulders are pulled back. We're just going to take a second here to think about our posture. We're pulling in through the navel, so belly button towards the spine. Our core is pulled in, that's our pelvic tilt. And we're just going to take a couple breaths here, focusing on sitting nice and tall, letting our shoulders relax. Thinking about some big, long inhale, exhales, big, deep breaths. All right, very good. We're going to bring the arms to your side and we're going to start lifting up and over and back down. So just nice and slow, getting a full extension through the arms. Very good. Checking in with our posture. We're trying not to use the back of our chairs if we can. We're using our core strength. Good, 2 more. And then we're going to relax the arms and we're going to roll the shoulders back. So we're thinking up, back, and down, up, back, and down. So make these as big as you can. Again, checking in with that posture. You're going to hear me say that about 100 times in the next 40 minutes. Good reminders to have. One more of these, and then we're going to bring both hands to one side of your chair and then look over your shoulder like you're checking your blind spot. We're just going to hold enough to feel a good stretch. And then we'll bring it to the other side. Same thing. Those hands come to the other side of your chair, looking over your shoulder enough to feel stretch. And we'll come back to center. We're going to go into some neck circles. So some neck rotations. We're going to do 5 in each direction. Just taking your time. I want you to keep your shoulders and chest still. It should just be your head moving. And then this is just your friendly reminder. If any of these exercises cause pain or discomfort, make sure you stop. Feel free to stop me and ask for modifications. We got both directions with our head circles. You can find which spots feel tight. Might hear some cracking. And then once you finish your 5 in each direction, we'll bring our head back to neutral. Take a couple breaths, find your center. And then we're going to lift up through the chest so our chest stays open. Chin stays lifted, head stays lifted. And we're going to bring both arms out to the side. So we're in our goalpost. And I want you guys to pinch your shoulder blades back like you're pinching a pencil in between the blades. And then we're going to come together in front, try to touch the elbows and open back up. So nice and slow with these. This is a range of motion exercise. We're telling those scapular muscles in our upper back that we're going to work today. It's time to wake up. Very good. Big pinch. On this next one, we're going to keep the arms open. Keep your hands pulled back as if you had a wall behind you and you're trying to keep your hands and elbows against it. And we're going to slide up and down. Big extension. Check back in with your breathing. Wonderful. We have one more of these, and then we're going to go into a diagonal reach. So we're going to get some torso rotation. So you're reaching up and over, across the body. You can feel your weight shift from one hip to the other. Good. Make sure you're focusing on that rotation through the core. We're not hunching forwards. We're thinking tall. But let's do 2 more in each direction. And then we'll come back to center. Okay. And then I'm going to have everybody check in. Make sure you're sitting at the edge of your chair. We're going to bring one leg straight out in front. Your toe is pointing up towards the ceiling. Both hands are coming together in front. We're going to do a dynamic hamstring stretch. So that means we're going to move with our stretch. So we're going to reach towards our toe and then come back up. Reach towards your toe and come back up. So these are nice and slow. You should feel like you can reach a little bit further with each extension. Just enough to feel that good stretch through the back of the leg. You're just doing what you can. Try to keep your head neutral and your shoulders down. Two more, and then we'll switch sides. Hamstrings like to be tight, especially in the morning. Go ahead and switch legs so that other toe points up towards the ceiling. The leg is straight. Hands are on top of each other. And we're hinging from our hips, reaching towards your toe and coming back up. Very good. Breathing, breathing. Very good. Last 2. Following your own pace. And then we'll bend both knees once you finish those 2. Feet are hip width. We're sitting at the edge of our chair. We're nice and tall. That string is pulling you to the ceiling. Shoulders are back, and we're going to start by just lifting one leg at a time. Arms can hang at your side. We're just going to do one knee up and down. Just one side. We're not alternating. It's just one leg. You should start to feel this through that hip flexor. You can use the hand to help you if you need. Try not to round forward, so nothing is moving but that leg. And we'll switch sides, same thing, nice and tall, just that knee lifts up, using the hand for some extra help if you need to. Good. Three, 2, go ahead and do one more. Both feet will be relaxed, and we're just going to start swinging our arms front to back. Like we're marching in place, but we're not moving our legs yet. Good, shoulders back, keep those arms swinging. I'm going to change my view here so I can see you guys a little bit better. Here we go. Okay. Now let's get our legs going with us. So now we'll bring the knees up. Marching. I see some of you are standing. You're more than welcome to stand for these. Listen to your body. Good. And whether you're standing or sitting, we're going to bring the legs out wide, and we're going to do some wide marches. You're driving those knees out to the side. These can feel kind of silly. Good. Telling our glutes where they're going to work. And we'll bring the legs back to the middle and keep marching. Doing what you can. And we'll pick up the pace, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good. How's everyone doing? Thumbs up if we're doing okay. Good, good. Okay. Go ahead and make a fist. We're going to go into some wrist circles now. So relax the shoulders. Your elbows can just be hanging out at your side. Full range of motion. We'll get both directions. Good. How's your breathing? Are we still taking long, deep breaths? All right. Both hands come up like you're telling me to stop. Pull your fingers part wide. And we're going to point the fingertips towards the floor. And then you're going to bring them back up, shooing me away. And back down. Good. Just keep going with this motion. Again, your shoulders should still be relaxed. I don't want anyone to be tensed up. Full range of motion. Flexion and extension through that wrist. Wonderful. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to go down to our ankle here. You can hold the leg at the knee or underneath the thigh, and we are going to go into wrist circles. You have 6 in each direction, so taking your time. Full range of motion. We're still sitting tall even though we're holding the leg. Good. Work all the way through that motion. Once you finish 6 in both directions, we'll switch legs. Same thing. Nice and tall, full range of motion through that ankle. Great one to do before and after your walks. We'll go the other direction. All right, very good. Go ahead and relax the feet. We are going to grab your light dumbbells or water bottles or soup cans, or if you're not using weights and we're doing range of motion, that is wonderful. Just grab what is going to work well for you and your body today. We have a couple different circuits we're going to do. So for our first one, we're going to bring the weights to the legs, so right above the knees, or you can just place your hands there if we're not using weights today. Nice and tall at the edge of the chair. I don't want your torso to move at all. I don't want your shoulders, your upper body. Most of you actually, I can only see from your waist up, which is perfect. So I don't want to see any movement. All the movement comes from our lower body. So we're going to lift the leg up and over like we're stepping over a log, and then up and back to center. And we're going to alternate legs. So your upper body shouldn't be moving. Go ahead and start. We're going to go for time on these. The nice thing about going for time is you get to go at a pace that's good for you. Good. So this is not only great for our hip flexors, so the front of that hip, but it's also great for our core because we're practicing stabilizing, which is why I tell you not to move your upper body. That's okay if your steps get smaller. If they get bigger, that's wonderful. Just doing what you can. All right, good. Go ahead and rest after you finish that last one. Weights are going to be at your side. We're nice and tall, or using just the body weight. We're going to curl and push up overhead and then back down. Curl and push. Good. And we are going for time. So just doing what you can. You can try to stick with the same rhythm I'm at, or you can go a little bit slower or a little bit faster. We're focusing on pushing through the ceiling. Keep those arms all the way up. you feel like you're having a hard time with the overhead press, you can set your weights down. It's always important to practice our range of motion versus putting weights and cutting our range of motion in half. Good, core, core, core. 2 more at your own pace, you got it. Awesome. All right. Once you finish that second one, go ahead and set one of your weights down. We're going to keep one with us. We're going to bring the weight to your hip. Soft hinge, so we're leaning forward slightly with a flat back. And then we're going to reach up on a diagonal into our wood chop. And then coming back down. Same thing, reaching up 2. Beautiful. Everyone looks good. Big exhale as you reach. Down 4, and it's okay to get some momentum with this one. 5, 6, good, 2 more. 7, remember which side you're doing because we're going to switch after this one. That's 8, good, so we're bringing it to the other hip. Same thing, reaching up on the diagonal to the opposite corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last 3, you got it. 3, 2, and 1. All right, very good. Keeping that weight with you at your chest. Last one for the circuit. We're going to stretch a little bit after this, and then we'll go through them again. Tight grip on your weight. We're pushing in, back, in, and out. Good. Again, we're going to go for time on this one. And each time you pull that weight back towards your chest, I want you to pinch those shoulder blades back like we were practicing in our warm-up. Good. Last 10 seconds, you're doing good. Push, push, push. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, good. Set your weight down. Everyone feel good with all of those? Yes, thumbs up. Good, good. Okay, let's gently bring one arm across our chest, a gentle pull. We're going to let our heart rate come down a little bit here before we go into our second round. Keep that shoulder away from your ear. And we'll switch sides, same thing, just a nice gentle pull. Good, go ahead and relax the arms, shake them out. Grab a drink of water if you need one. And then we will go back to our log step overs. So you'll need your dumbbells again, whether you're standing or sitting. We'll bring those back to our legs here. Grab a drink first. Looks like we're back in our chairs. So weights are at the top of the legs. We're checking back in with our posture, our belly button pulled into our spine. So we're not arching and we're not rounding. We're in that nice neutral position. And we will start by alternating, lifting that leg up and over, alternating sides, like we're stepping over a log, a curb, whatever it may be. Good job, guys. You're doing good. This is the tough one for those hips. Go ahead and do 2 more on each side. Remember that upper body is still. As we get tired, it'll like to drop. Awesome. Very good. Go ahead and relax your legs. bring those weights to your side, whether you're standing or sitting. We will go into our curl to press, tight grip on the weights, curl, exhale as you push up overhead. Remember, we want that big reach. There we go, quite the difference, good. Press, very good. We got a good rhythm going. Everyone's together, that's great. Good. Last 4. I'm so happy to see it's still a full class too. After how many years we've been virtual? 2 now? Last one. All right, good job, guys. Go ahead and set one weight down. And you know what's next? Our wood chop, just practicing for all that yard work we have. Starting with the weight at your hip, we'll reach up on a diagonal to the opposite corner and back down. Beautiful. Keeping that flat back. Good. 3 more to each this, or 3 more to this corner. 2. And 1. All right, good. We're gonna bring the weight to the other hip. Same thing, reaching up on a diagonal. We're going to that opposite corner now. Good, last 3. You're doing good. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, weight comes in towards the chest. Let's start here, shoulders are pinched back. So pinch those shoulders, you have a pencil in between your shoulder blades. And we're pushing forwards and coming back in, pinching, push, and pull. Good. Good, everyone's still smiling, right? We're having so much fun exercising. There we go. Last 3. For some reason, that always makes everyone laugh. As if we don't have fun when we exercise, right? All right, very good. Go ahead and relax your weight. You can grab a drink if you need one. I'm gonna do another stretch with you, and then I'm gonna show you your next ones we're gonna do. Drink if you need one, and then we're gonna stretch our hip out real quick. So we'll either cross one leg over and gently push open. You should feel a stretch in the leg that's bent open. If you don't feel a stretch here, you can bring the leg up on top, gentle push, lean forward. So that will be a progression of that stretch. We're just finding what feels good for you and your body. As long as we're feeling a comfortable pull, you never want a stretch to be painful. You should always be able to breathe through your static stretches. And we'll switch sides. So that other leg crosses over in front, gentle push, or crossing over on top with that hinge forwards. So we got your chest, your pectoralis majors with the push and presses. We got your hip flexors with the log step overs, and your biceps when we curled, and our deltoids or our shoulders when we pressed. So for our next exercises, we want to get your quads. We want to get your triceps, the back of your arms, and your back. So we are going to do one arm at a time. Holding onto the weight, you can stand or sit for these. We're going to be in a hinged position, so you're slightly forwards. And then just your friendly reminder, that doesn't mean we do this. It means we just slightly lean from the hips. And you can have your other arm on your leg for balance. We're going to row, pinching the shoulder blade back. And then you're going to kick back into a tricep extension, bend the elbow, and lower. So row and kick. Go ahead and start if you haven't. We're going to go for 30 seconds on this side and then we'll switch. Good. So try to keep your head neutral and keep that shoulder down. So it's going to want to creep up towards your ear and we want to keep it away from your ear. Row and extend. You got 10 seconds left. Doing what you can. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. We'll switch arms. So same thing. You have that soft hinge forwards. And we'll start with a pull. So your row, elbow stays narrow. And then we're kicking back for your tricep, bending and dropping down. Good. And of course, we're breathing. We're never holding our breath on our exercises. Awesome, awesome. You guys are almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and rest. Take a second. I'm gonna have you bring one leg out. You can set your weights down. Sorry, I didn't say that. And we're gonna do your quad extensions. So we are gonna have the leg out in front, just one, and then you're going to squeeze your leg. Your toe comes up towards the ceiling, squeezing through that quad, and then you're relaxing. Squeezing, straightening the leg, and relax. Go ahead and start if you haven't. Squeeze and relax. Hopefully you guys can see my legs okay. Squeeze, leg is straight. Come back down. I'm sure you guys have done this one before. Good. Just hold for a couple of seconds when you're squeezing. Make sure your chest is nice and tall. We still have that good posture. Squeeze. Go ahead and do one more on this side. And then we're going to switch sides. Awesome. Okay, so that other leg comes out in front. And you're squeezing and straightening the leg. And then bringing it back down. Good. This is an easy one to cheat on, so make sure you're really squeezing that leg. All those muscles working. And rest. Good. All right. For your third one for this circuit, we're going to go into your rear delts. I'm actually going to tell you guys not to use dumbbells on this one. So we're going to be hinged forwards. Your arms are at your side. And we're going to open up like a fly, a reverse fly, pinching your shoulders, and then coming back down. So we're going to lift and hold 1. Come down. Good. Lift and hold 2. And once you feel good with your form, keep your head neutral. Try not to crank your head up. 3. Pinching each time. Pinch 4. Good. Exhale 5. Using those scapular muscles. 6. Awesome. 4. Breathe 3. Good. Up 2. And last one. Lift. All right. Good. Take a second. Thumbs up. We're still doing good. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Take a breath or two. Letting your heart rate come down. And then we're going to grab one of your dumbbells again. We have one more set for our tricep kickback with our row. So hinging from the hips, hand is on the leg for balance. We're going to row, elbow stays close to your side, and kick back. So we have 30 seconds until you want to switch sides. Big pinch through the shoulder blade. Keeping that neck nice and long. We're not clenching and crunching up. Very good. And go ahead and switch arms. Same thing, hinging from your hips, belly button pulled in. Row, exhale, extend, kicking back, bending, and bringing it back to that starting position. Good, everyone looks good. Doing great. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, take a second, put your weight down. We're gonna go back to your quad extensions. So one leg out in front. We're gonna squeeze, lift the leg, squeezing that quad, and relax. Squeeze and lift. Good, we have 30 seconds. Good. Breathing. And let's switch sides. So the same thing. That leg is bent, and we're squeezing, toe comes to the ceiling, and back down. This is one where we're really focusing on our form. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and go ahead and just relax that leg out, toe points up. We're going to reach towards your foot, and we're going to actually hold this time. So we're doing a static hamstring stretch. So you're reaching down that leg, and you're just going to hold once you feel a stretch. And I'm going to have the time set for 30 seconds. And we'll come up nice and slow, switching sides, that toe points up, reaching forwards. And we're gonna do, after we're done with this for our 30 seconds, we're gonna do one more for our upper body with our dumbbells before I have you guys stand up for some basic leg movements, some balance mixed in there. That's what we'll finish up with today. So go ahead and grab those weights one last time. Check back in. We're at the edge of our chair. Posture is still good. I know it gets harder as the time goes on. And we're going to have the weights at our side. We're going to have our palms facing down as we lift up to shoulder height and back down. So 2, good. 3, make sure you're not swinging. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you got it. 2 more. Exhale as you lift. Breathe 1. And exhale 2. Good. Rest. Elbows are going to come at your side. They stay at your side. Your palms face each other. We're going to rotate open, pinching your shoulder blades back, coming back to center. So that's 10, 9. Good. This is for that rotator cuff. 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. You guys are doing great. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Weights come to your legs. Roll your shoulders back a couple times. Let your head relax. You guys are doing awesome. We have like 10 more minutes left of class, so keep pushing yourself. Good. All right. This time for your second set, we're going to do a lateral raise instead of a front raise. So make sure you're not going to bump anything by you. Soft bend in your elbows. And we're going to lift up just to shoulder height. You don't want to lift any higher. And back down. Lift 9. Good. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more, lift and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Wonderful. Last time for that rotator cuff exercise. Palms face in, elbows glued at your side. We'll exhale and open, pinching the shoulders back. I want everybody to grow a couple inches. Their posture is sinking. Tall, tall, tall. 4, there we go. 5, 6, 7, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, guys. Go ahead and relax those weights. We're going to bend one elbow, gently grab with the opposite hand for your tricep stretch. And then we're going to lean into it today. So we're going to lean a little bit to the side. And we'll switch arms, leaning to that other side. And we'll relax both arms. If you are comfortable, I'm going to ask you to stand just behind your chair or counter, something you have some support with. Good. And then for those of you who are seated, I will give a modification too. So just do what you can for your body today. All right, so I have some of you standing. Okay, so I'm going to show you your standing option. And then for those of you who are still seated, I will show you yours. So we're behind the chair. So I'm going to move it so you guys can see me, but pretend my chair is here. Feet a little bit wider than your hips. Toes are slightly going to be pointed out. You're going to be in a soft bend in your knees. We're just going to shift our weight side to side. We're just going to rock side to side. And then for those of you, keep going with those if you're standing. For those of you who are seated, we're going to be going into your heel lifts. So we're going to still work your lower body. We're going to go up onto the toes and back down. Up onto the toes and back down. Okay. Good. For those of you who are standing and shifting your weight side to side, I'm going to ask you to do some little body weight squats now. So just very slightly, you're going to bend the knees, sinking your hips back like you're sitting into a chair, and then pressing back up. And then for those of you seated, we're still doing your heel lifts. Good. Movement comes from your hips. Good. We're sinking back like we're sitting into a chair. That's something you always want to think about when you're squatting. Your hips go back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, awesome job, guys. Go ahead and rest. I'm going to have everybody bring both hands out to the side. You can sit back down if you were standing. All right, arms are at your side. We're going to take a long inhale, reaching our arms up above head. Until you can't inhale anymore, we'll exhale and let the arms fall. And if you feel comfortable, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and we're going to keep going with this pattern of breathing in through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. So I want you to be mindful. Pay attention to your breathing, how you're feeling. We're not just going through the motions. Your arms should be moving with your breath. Inhaling and reaching, and as you exhale, you're just letting everything relax. Go ahead and give me one more with the arms, and then we'll keep our arms relaxed. Good, so we'll drop one ear to one shoulder. We have a gentle pull with the hand if you need a deeper stretch. We're cooling down here. Hope everyone feels good. Got your movement in for the day. And then you're gonna still stay on this side, but you're gonna relax your hand. And then you're gonna turn your chin towards your shoulder. So you're looking down at the floor now. You should feel a good stretch through the back of the neck versus the side of the neck. Now we'll come back to center, dropping just the ear to the shoulder on the opposite side, using that hand to pull gently if needed. And then you can relax the arms, stay on that side, look down at the shoulder, feel it more into the back of your neck. And then take your time, we'll come back to center. Find your middle, take a couple breaths, move the shoulders around. And then we're gonna bring both hands together, fingertips are pointing up, elbows come out to the side, drawing down as far as you can, enough to feel stretch underneath the wrist. And then thank you guys for letting me join you today. Super good to be back. Relax your wrist. And great job. Make sure you drink lots of water today. High fives. Everyone did wonderful. Your body appreciates you moving.